Well, we got some more news about Spidey, specifically Vincent D'Onofrio, expressing interest to return as the Kingpin in the MCU. This is really exciting news. Good morning, everybody. I usually don't do early videos, but this was very important, and you can probably hear like the raspy morning voice right now. But I decided that I wanted to talk about this because this is really cool news. Spider-Man is getting a lot of attention lately, and today is no exception. So let's go ahead and continue with the article. But before we get into that, guys, go ahead and subscribe and click on bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. I post videos on a daily. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I also do live streams every night between 8:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern time. So go ahead and calculate what time zone that is for you if you're in the United States or wherever you are in the world. And go ahead and join my Discord. There's a lot of cool people that you'll meet right there. We got conversations going on. I mean, for example, yesterday I had a conversation about Doctor Strange joining Spider-Man 3, and which is really exciting news. So go ahead and check that video out. It's the last video that I uploaded. But aside from that, we got tons of conversations going on a daily. People just chatting up about everything: games, movies, comics, superheroes, whatever, you name it. Got tons of channels here. You got feedback, promos, rants that you can even rants and get something off your chest, superhero topics, memes, gaming, whatever, you name it, it's all there. So be sure to do that, guys. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get to the article. So, Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3, Vincent D'Onofrio expresses interest to reprise Kingpin role for MCU. Now, before I get into the article, I just want to say that nothing is confirmed, so just take everything with a grain of salt. As it is, the movie's starting to sound just a little bit convoluted with the addition of Doctor Strange in there. It's not like really a bad thing. Doctor Strange is a superhero after all. I just don't want this to be another Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3 situation where there's tons of villains where they don't have enough screen time to get their story across pretty much. And that's pretty much my take. I just wanted to get a put out there before I get into the article. So let's go ahead and get into the article. The currently untitled Spider-Man 3 is shaping up to be an intriguing yet exciting addition to the growing slate of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. While the film has been delayed to a December 2021 release date, there has been a current boom of Spider-Man 3 headlines in recent weeks, dialing the hype for the threequel even further. Jamie Foxx was confirmed to return as the villain as Electro during the third installment, but details about his role and the version of the character that he will be playing are still being kept under wraps. Not only that, news broke that Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange will also have a role in the threequel, fueling speculations that the film will be a multiverse affair. It seems that the scale of the Far From Home sequel is going to be a massive due to the sheer number of characters that will be involved. And now another Marvel veteran has thrown his hat into the Spider-Man 3 ring. While answering a poll from fandom about potential additions to Spider-Man 3, Kingpin actor Vincent D'Onofrio responded by referencing a famous line from Marvel and Netflix's Daredevil series, "When I was a boy." This tweet very much suggests that the actor wants to reprise his role as the iconic villain for the third installment of the Spider-Man franchise. And here's this tweet right here. It says, "When I was a boy," answering a question to one of the fans from fandom, "What's the one character you want to be added to Spider-Man 3? What this means: this isn't the first time that Vincent D'Onofrio shared a comment about potentially joining the MCU, since the Daredevil actor previously suggested that anything can happen for the character moving forward. And now this new remark from the veteran actor is more proof that he is still interested in reprising the iconic role for the monumental franchise once again. The captivating portrayal of Vincent D'Onofrio's as Kingpin from Netflix's Daredevil series was highly praised by critics, and the actor reprising the role for a potential MCU film is a welcome piece of good news for many fans. Given that Spider-Man 3 is leaning towards multiverse territory, as well as the news of Daredevil rights reverting back to Marvel Studios next month, that's right, it seems that this is the perfect time for the actor to return as Wilson Fisk. Not much is known regarding if the Spider-Man film will feature a version of the Sinister Six team-up or a preview of the Spider-Man-verse storyline, but those two plot points seemingly fit for a character like Kingpin. Fisk is poised to be a member of a potential Sinister Six team-up, while Sony's animated Into the Spider-Verse film already established that the character can be heavily involved in a multiverse-based narrative. Whatever the case, if Marvel does decide to include Kingpin down the road, the studio doesn't have to look far for an actor to portray the villain, since D'Onofrio will be the first in line to answer the call. Now, just a few topics that I want to touch upon. First off, starting with the amount of characters that's already confirmed from the film. We already have Doctor Strange, we have Electro, possibly Kraven the Hunter as probably the main villain to be hunting down Spider-Man, because if you all recall, Spider-Man's identity has been revealed towards the very end of Spider-Man Far From Home, so that's going to be like mainly the main theme. I'm not sure how Doctor Strange is going to play an integral role or help out Spider-Man in the film, but I could probably say that perhaps Spider-Man will be exploring the multiverse along with Doctor Strange to find maybe other Spider-Men to assist Tom Holland's Peter Parker Spider-Man, and which could also segue into a multiverse Spider-Man Spider-Verse film, a live-action one. So that's pretty much planting the seeds for a future installment of Spider-Verse live-action film. And as far as Kingpin, I don't know the extent of his performance, what it will be, or if that's the case, if he even gets a role in the film. I don't know what the extent of his role will be. Perhaps he'll be a minor character in the shadows, as everything else is going on in Spider-Man 3. So as Kraven's hunting down, as Electro makes an appearance, we'll have another villain in the shadows. Probably not getting as much screen attention time. We probably won't even see his face until probably the end of the film. That's my 2 cents that I want to throw at if they were going to add Kingpin, because it's already starting to sound just a little convoluted. I always fear things like this would happen. I mean, I felt the same exact way when the villains were announced for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 because of Sony's hasty way of trying to throw in the Sinister Sixes. They've been wanting to do a Sinister Six film for about almost 10 years now, if I recall correctly. And it seems like Marvel Disney is probably the right way to go about doing a Sinister Six film. So Kingpin, I mean, he's been involved in the Into the Spider-Verse animated movie, so he can definitely fit into a multiverse themed kind of movie. Perhaps he'll have some sort of subplot while the main plot is to hunt down Spider-Man and, you know, just catch him and turn him in or even kill him because he is wanted for murdering Mysterio Quentin Beck. So again, wouldn't know exactly the extent of Kingpin's role in the film. All I know is that it's very exciting to see that passionate actors such as Vincent D'Onofrio is expressing interest to return to play the same role as he did before a few years back. And with the 2 years already about to finish next month, literally November 2020 will be the month that the characters will be able to revert back to Marvel Studios, because Marvel Television is actually an entirely different entity from Marvel Studios, believe it or not. When November hits, they'll be able to be reverted back to Marvel Studios, where Marvel Studios can go ahead and start using those characters how they see fit and place them and introduce them however they want, whenever they want in films. I'm not seeing those characters being introduced anytime soon, but when that happens, it's definitely going to be exciting and a shock for us, because those characters were amazing and they were really I mean, the shows were really fun to watch as it is. I would always get hyped up for like the next season coming up whenever it was announced on Netflix. But aside from that, guys, you go ahead and let me know your thoughts. I kind of just wanted to like do this video and kind of feel like I'm rushing it out just a little bit, because I'm actually doing this literally right now before I have to go to work. So anyways, let me know your thoughts once again, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.